anyway, let's get the heck out of here. And now we will talk to our owl friend. Speak. Hoot. Well, it looks like you've grown up a little from the Great Fairy's power. But you still don't really look like the hero who will save Hyrule, at least not yet. If you're going back down the mountain, I can lend you a wing. Come here and grab my talons and hold on tight. Alright, so we'll just kind of stand under him here in the shadow, and that allows him to grab onto us. So now he's going to give us a quick little ride down. This is actually more than just a convenience. There actually is a very good reason for making sure that you're accepting his help in getting down the mountain, because of the specific spot where he drops you off, and you'll see here in just a second. Look at this. What he does is he drops you off down in Kakariko Village on top of one of these houses. Now, this isn't, technically speaking, the only way of getting up here. There are other methods, but this is the only way to do it this early in the game. And so we want to take advantage of this while we can. So you want to be careful not to accidentally jump off the house, like just, you know, haphazardly. We want to make sure that we're going to jump off at the right spot. And we want to come over here this way so you can see where the windmill is. We want to come this side, because if you'll notice, just over the top, or I should say the edge, there's that little ledge there. So be careful not to jump over it. You want to land right on top, because this is the only way of being able to access this hole on the wall on the side here. So now that we can enter here, we can actually come into this caged off area that we saw previously when we entered this home through the door. So there's this piece of heart sitting here for us, so we can grab that. And look at that, we've completed another heart container. Alright, so now we're up to 7 red hearts. That's not bad. So yeah, this is the only way into this area to get that heart piece. So that's why it was important for us to be able to do that. Alright, so we can exit and drop down. And we don't have to do this, but I'm going to show you this anyway. We'll enter the graveyard really quickly here. Again, just because we have bombs now, we can do this when we couldn't before. Oh, so yeah, I'm gonna have to turn it to night again really quickly, because I want to open up one of the graves, and you'll remember that when it's daytime, the boy doesn't like you messing around with the graves, so he'll stop you. So we'll turn it to night so that the boy is gone, and this grave here, you can pull this back. You'll remember that we actually did this already before. The reason we went down here is because there was a chest where we found our free Hylian shield. But, as I neglected to point out last time, I didn't realize until after the fact, but I forgot to mention that if you look behind, there's a bombable wall. So now that we can actually bomb it, you'll find hidden in here is... ta-da! A fairy's fountain. It's not a great fairy's fountain, just a regular old fairy's fountain. But, so if you're low on health, or you want to stock up your bottles, as it happens, I already have both of my bottles filled with fairies already. So for me, it was a moot point, but I thought I would just point out that it's here. Always good to know. Anyway. We will leave the graveyard. How many gold Skulltula tokens do I have right now? 16. Okay, so still not enough for the second prize that we can receive from the House of Skulltula. So we'll bypass that again for now. But what we're going to do is make our way right now. Actually, you know what we will do first? I just remembered, Navi prompted us to contact Syria, so maybe we'll do that. So we'll play Syria's song, just to get that out of the way. I was going to say we're going to make our way back to Hyrule Castle. We'll do that momentarily. You want to talk to Syria, right? Talk to Syria, yes. Okay, Jordan? This is Syria, can you hear me? Are you collecting spiritual stones? You have one more to find? You mean the spiritual stone of water, don't you? The great Dekutri once told me that King Zora, ruler of Zora's domain, has it. Oh. Alright. I'm going to talk to Sari again. No. Alright. So that obviously is the clue that we need to figure out where we're supposed to go next in our adventure. But as we are doing still a little bit of side questing, we're going to visit the castle first and do some stuff there. So remember, the drawbridge for the castle entrance is up at night, so we're going to have to turn it back to day. So I waited until I got here before I turned it back to day, because if I turned it back to night while I was still in the village, it might have turned to night again by the time I got here. However, it is a fairly brief day cycle. Make our way into here. Now that we have bombs, you'll notice that this store, remember we were here before, the Bombchu bowling alley, but last time we were here it wasn't open for business yet, but now that we actually have a bomb bag, we're able to participate. So, she was sleeping on the job, huh? Uh-oh, a customer. Looks like they really did just open, because there's not a lot of business, apparently. Welcome to our cutting-edge amusement center, the Bombchu Bowling Alley. Do you want to know what you can win? Well, it's a secret. I can't tell you until you've paid to play. It's 30 rupees per game. Do you want to play? Yes. Okay, so this is why it's important before doing this part to make sure you've got a full wallet, because there's a good possibility you're going to be spending a lot of your cash, because there's a number of prizes that we can win. But the thing is that what the prize is keeps changing every time you play, and it's not randomized. It's always the same prizes in order, but you have to keep going through the prizes to get the ones you want. There's 2 prizes that we really want. But there's other prizes that they're good, but they're not necessary. So it's just a matter of continuing to play the game over and over and over again until you get the prize. The kind of bummer about it is that if you win the game, obviously you get the prize that's on display at the time. But if you lose, you don't get to try again for that prize. It just cycles to the next one. So that's why you see what I mean when I say there's a possibility of spending a lot of cash on this, because you just have to keep playing game and game and game until you finally get it rotated until the prize that you want. But okay, so let's try this here. Okay, aim for the hole in the center and let Bombchu go. You get 10 tries. Ready? Let's bowl. Oh, I almost forgot. Here is what you can win. Bombs. Okay, so for the start, bombs, not a very good prize, so it doesn't really, we're not really caring if we win or lose here for this one. So that's kind of a nice aspect of it too, is that it's going to give you, because it's your first time doing it, it's going to give you a round to kind of warm up, and you're going to need the warm up because Bombchu bowling is really, really tricky. So basically, we haven't used Bombchu before. Basically, all the Bombchu is an explosive. But you pull it out the same way that you do as a bomb, but then when you press the action button again to let it go. Now in this case, because it's a special context, they actually set it to B. Normally it won't be that way in the game. Once you actually get to collect and carry Bombchu, it'll be a C button item. But for now we're pressing the B button, but it functions the same way as the C or A buttons when you have bombs equipped. The difference is that when you press the appropriate button again, instead of dropping it or throwing it like you would a regular bomb, what happens is you set it at your feet and then it speeds forward in whatever direction you were facing and travels in a straight line. And it will continue to do so until it either hits something or its fuse runs out, and then it explodes. It has a fuse of about 10 seconds or so. And the additional gimmick behind Bombchu is that they go up walls and even on the ceiling. So it really does travel in a perfectly straight line. So you've got to line this right up. So this set us up real nice and easy for this first one here. The hole is right in the middle in front of us on the wall. So all we got to do is just try to avoid that moving spike trap for now. So we'll set one down really quickly. I remember I double tapped there. So you can see there's how it just traveled in the straight line and then right up the wall, up into the hole, and blew it up. So we hit that one. So now we got to do 2 more. Bombchu bowling consists of 3 holes that you got to hit, and you're only given a stock of 10. So we've already used up 1. So now it gets a little bit more complicated. The hole is further away down the alley. It's a little bit higher up, and now there's 2 obstacles. And that Kuko is the worst. It always seems to manage to find a way to get in your way. Now, we lucked out there, so that was good. Also, sometimes it's not going to be right in the middle like that. It'll be off to the side. And that's when the game gets really, really tricky, because you've got to... It's hard to explain. You just kind of have to play it to see what I mean. But it's really, really difficult to line your shots up if they're not nice, perfectly centered. So now we got that giant Kuko down there. So this is kind of a crapshoot, because it's really, really, really super difficult to predict its movements. So you just kind of have to try the best you can and hope you get lucky, because those Kukos can turn on a dime suddenly and unexpectedly. If you do end up hitting a Kuko like that, you'll notice that they kind of sit there fried for a second. Alright, we got a winner! So we got the bombs. Alright. Okay, so it's not the best prize in the world, but anyway, it gives you an idea of how the game works and what you can expect. Now, alternately, if you want, you can try getting your Bombchus to just go up the side along the walls. That's also a possibility, but it's very, very, very difficult. I gotta say, as difficult as it is to avoid those obstacles, in my personal opinion and from my experience, it's still a lot easier than trying to line up a shot along the wall. Like, you can very easily expend all of your stock of Bombchus. And that's the thing, is that if you run out of Bombchus, then the game is over, or at least that round is over until you decide to pay another 30 rupees. Okay, so we won that round. Do you want to play again? Yes. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's what you can win. So here's the next prize. Ah, see, this is one of the big ones that we really are after here. It's the next size bomb bag. So, again, the first one is always pretty easy. Just remember to make sure that your character here is, Link is facing as straight as possible and is as centered as possible. You shouldn't have any difficulty missing that first one. And really, again, because it can be so easy to run out of your stock of Bombchu, you really want to make sure you're not missing that first one. It sucks so much to waste even just your first Bombchu on a shot that ought to be a relatively easy one. Again, we lucked out there again because the hole was nice right in the center. Hitting the ones that are a little bit offset to the left or the right, those ones are the really, really tough ones to hit. Dang. I thought we were going to hit that first Kuko. So yeah, again, like I was saying before, see how it kind of freezes itself there in place there for a second or two. So give it a second or two to let it kind of cool off and let it start moving again, because if you're too quick at the Bombchu again, you're just going to hit the Kuko again in the same spot. All right, excellent. We're having pretty good luck here so far. Again, this game can be potentially very, very frustrating. But all right, that's awesome. You got the biggest bomb bag. Now you can carry up to 40 bombs. Excellent. You want to play again? Yes. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's what you can win. I think that was purple rupee? Yep, purple rupee. So that'll help offset the cost of some of this. So that'll be good too. Obviously, you want to try to win if you can. But if we don't end up winning this one, it's not that big of a deal. Again with the middle. We are really lucking out here. Okay. Excellent. This is always the best case scenario, with number one, the holes always appearing right in the dead center, and number two, being able to hit them both right off the bat. So now we've got a good 8 tries to hit that third hole. Oh man! I'm friggin' killing it today! I normally don't do anywhere near this well. I may have done this once or twice in the past, but usually not. Excellent, alright. want to play again. I think this is the last time we're going to want to play, because this is the real prize, the real one that we're here for. Oh, never mind, I spoke too soon. A stock of Bombchu. Okay, well, you know, having Bombchu in our inventory as a C button item would be nice as well. Because as it happens, I haven't gotten to this, I haven't covered this yet, but you can actually buy Bombchu as well in the game. But they're quite expensive, so to win some for free would be nice. Okay, so finally we've encountered our first instance of it being off to the side. Okay, so this is where it's going to get a little bit tricky. So it's hard to show. I'm not sure how well it's going to show up on the screen, but you got to angle your character, but too much to the left. Like here, it doesn't look like it's too much to the left, but trust me, it is. It's got to be very subtle, just a little bit to the left. And you can see that like green striped line kind of helps to act as a bit of a guide. But for all the help it does, I mean, you still have to figure out how to line yourself up. Alright, so I managed that one, but again, it takes a lot of practice. Now, again, lucky for us, the first and third holes will always be in the center, so at least we got that going for us. But hitting those second ones that are offset like that are really tricky. Honestly, I made that look easy, and that's not because I'm like super dope. Even though I am very experienced and have played this game a bajillion times, it still causes me a lot of headaches. Nuts. Okay. Also here, you can hold down the Z button too, or Z. I've been switching between Z and Z. Yeah, you can hold down the Z button and kind of sidestep here, so that can help you center yourself a little bit there. But really, if you just get yourself right lined up in the center and then walk forward with the stick straight up, that should be the best way to also help you line yourself up here. Again, it's really, really, really difficult to describe in words exactly what I'm doing. There's in this case, there's not much of a substitute for experience. Just another one of those things you gotta do it for yourself. All right. So we got the Bombchu. All right, now this next round should be the ultimate prize. All right, we got our Bombchu. Carry in place with C. This is a new type of bomb that can even crawl up walls. Aim well and release it. You want to play again? Yes, we'll do it one more time. Here's what I can win. Alright, that's what we were after, the piece of heart. I really hope that my luck holds out, because I don't want to have to keep playing this again and again and again if I don't have to. Because again, if we miss this round, we're going to have to play another couple of rounds before the piece of heart becomes the prize that we can win again. Alright, that's a good sign too. We got it in the center again. That's what we want to see. Alright, I'm going to wait for this Kuko to move a little bit more off to the side. Come on, any day now. Its movement patterns are like totally randomized, so... Alright, let's try it out. Go, 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 go. Alright. Whew. I really, really, really hope I make this. Now that I'm actually recording the video. Oh, dang it. Alright. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We can do this. We can do this. Dang it. Oh, oh, it's moving the other way. Oh, the big one came back. Nuts. No, 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 no. Go, 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 go. Oh, the big one didn't move enough. Alright, still have half my stock. Nuts. If I have to keep doing this over and over again, I haven't done this for the series yet, but what I might do, because I don't want to have to put you through it over and over and over again if I don't have to, I'm going to angle myself a little bit to the right here, because I feel like that should have been able to have made it. It just like hit its absolute hind part of the tail. Oh no. If it turns out that I have to end up having to do this over and over and over again, I might decide to just cut that part of the video out and just skip straight to when I'm able to win. Shit, only one more shot. You see what I'm talking about? Oh boy. boy. Yes! Last shot, baby! I was really afraid there. I thought for sure I was going to miss it and have to spend every last rupee I had left. All right. Whew. Man, 5 for 5. That was great. I won every single round. You got a piece of heart. All right, so yeah, we've the last piece of heart we got completed a container. So no, we don't want to play again. We're done now. All right, you don't have to play if you don't want to. Jeez, don't guilt trip me, lady. I just spent like half my wallet. Actually, more than that because I got 50 rupees back. So okay, so now that we're done with that, well, while I'm here, I should show this too. I'm not gonna engage with this, but I'll just show you that it's here. If we switch it to night, again, this is something else that we couldn't do last time we were here because we didn't have the bomb bag. But there was an empty room back here around the corner, and it looked like there was like nothing even in there. But now that we have bombs, and now that we have, indeed, I'll show you here, Bombchu are in our inventory. Now that we come back to this room where there previously wasn't anything in here, now, oh, look at that. Now it's the Bombchu shop. So we can talk to this guy here. Welcome. Talk to the owner. This is a new type of bomb. It's available only in limited quantities, and when I'm sold out, that's it. So you can see here, Bombchu 10 pieces is 100 rupees. Looks like a toy mouse, but it's actually a self-propelled time bomb. And over here, you can buy 20 pieces for 180 rupees. So you get a slight discount if you're willing to buy them in bulk like that, but still, that's a lot of money for an item that, actually, to be fair, to be honest, you're actually almost not going to use this item at all in the game. Not that it's not a lot of fun to play with, but aside from Bombchu Bowling, there's actually only one point in the game that I can think of. No, two points. 2 points in the entire game. I'm not going to spoil it, but there's 2 points in the game where the only way to progress is by using a Bombchu. But aside from those 2 instances and the Bombchu Bowling, you're not likely to like ever use that item pretty much. But anyway, if you want, or you're like I said, you will actually need that item for a couple of parts though. So if it comes to be that you're out of stock and you need some, now you know where to go. That's where the Bombchu shop is. And like you said, actually, it's in limited quantities. So unlike items like, you know, if you buy regular bombs or arrows or whatever, it's an infinite supply. You can just keep buying from them. But those ones, once you buy from him, the slotted item as it appears on the shelf will disappear. It'll actually be removed from the shelf, and that's it. Okay, so as you can see, we're coming back this way. The last time we were here, when we wanted to go see Princess Zelda, remember, we can't get through the main gate, so we gotta go sneaking around like this. But this time, aside from getting past the main gate, we're not gonna have to go sneaking past the guards. We only want to come this far here. Because before, last time we were here, I pointed out there was a boulder here, and we couldn't do anything about it. Now we can. We blow that boulder, it reveals a little hole. So approach it, stop moving, and now the action icon changes to enter. So you know what that means. We've done this before, crawled through little holes in the wall, little crawl spaces like that, and it reveals the game's second Great Fairies Fountain. Again, stand on the Triforce symbol on the floor and play Zelda's Lullaby, and we will summon the second Great Fairy. Welcome, Jordan. I'm the Great Fairy of Magic. I will give you a magic spell. Please take it. So that's why it's important to hit up that Great Fairy on the mountain first, because that way you actually get magic power. Because now that we're getting a magic spell, we'll be able to use that magic power for something other than just a charged spin attack. You got Din's Fire. Its fireball engulfs everything. It's attack magic you can use with C. You can use Din's Fire not only to attack, but also to burn things. When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me. Jeez, so dramatic. Alright, so I'll just give you a little quick demonstration of how this works. So, just like your C button items, you equip it. It looks like kind of a crystal is how they represent it pictorially. And so, just like every other C button, you just equip it and press the button. And now it goes into this little animation here. Whoa, it creates this huge dome of fire around you and then blasts out from there. So it's actually quite powerful, and enemies will be damaged by it, and then enemies that are particularly susceptible to fire will actually catch fire. Also, you can light things on fire other than enemies, such as things like torches, or certain things that are made out of wood can also be burned. I don't think you can burn signs, but anyway, and you can see how much magic that it drained from us there. So Din's Fire does consume a little bit more magic power than just the spin attack. I don't think it says this anywhere in the game, but if you consult the manual, I believe it specifies the amount of magic points. So I think like one spin attack is like 1 magic point, but then a single use of Din's Fire like that is, I think, like 6 magic points. I might be wrong about that, but I think if I'm recalling correctly, that's what it is. Okay, so we'll save there, and we'll turn it back to day. Again, because it's night, that means the drawbridge is going to be up, so not only can you not enter the castle, but you also equally can't leave the castle either. So we'll switch back to daytime.